things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So LSU's offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the... He's going to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johns. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
On the ground, it's Ezukama. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for a quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. The play action fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle run.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Takes it inside his own 20. Oh, the ball's out on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
He's got it on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Handoff from the gun. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Aggies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Right back to the well. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what do you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Ezukama. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Here's a hit. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quickly complete. The 12th man, Warden, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give...
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's a...
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking of.
Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Grab near the sticks. It's Ezukama. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man on the right. Quick spin on the run. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside the spot. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Avery. With the catch, it's Brooks. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he gets out of there, he gets some yardage, and gets down without taking any punishment. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll immediately call timeout.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
looking to convert. LSU comes to the line on fourth. Quarterback making checks. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Avery. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you need. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. He wants to take the top off. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this
brings it down on the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Avery. Makes the grab. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Ezukama. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. The sure hands, it's Ezukama. At the 45 on his way. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown LSU. Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And here's the return. Discards it with a stiff arm. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Running it to the right. Got room to work. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking to pass, it's Avery. With the catch, it's Brooks. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the tailback. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He has 89 yards rushing for them so far as he closes in on that 1,400-yard mark. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got it in the middle, it's Johns. LSU will get a first down.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big...
Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Looking to throw on first down. Back's looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Great job defending by the defense there. That guy could have had an interception in the end zone that time. As a result, the offense comes away with 6 points.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Turning it on!
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Give to the running back. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. To the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Avery. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They desperately need to get the score here on third and goal to have any kind of wild chance. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies! Fired in from the red zone for the score. has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He was hoping for something a little more. Dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Catch in the middle. It's Ezukama. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Ezukama. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Giles. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
Back to throw, it's Avery. He's open on the right. Finds some room. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Leaves it with the running back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football, defense comes up with a huge interception.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize